Hi everyone, it's Melissa from the Hug Strap. I'm here today to teach you how to play a 90s hit called Seether by Veruca Salt. Before we get started, you want to go to the description box where you'll find a free downloadable PDF tab so you can follow along with me. There will also be chords thrown up in the corner. I'm not going to lie, people, this is not an easy song to play. And I left it in its original key for a reason. It's because a lot of times I feel like ukulele players let themselves kind of stall out, like they kind of just get to one point where they're like, oh, I know how to do this and I can accompany myself, and they don't really push themselves any further. So and I definitely consider myself somebody who did that, so that's why I'm kind of putting out this challenge out there for you. So this is not an easy song to play. It is a real workout for your fingers. If you don't feel like you've got the muscle strength just yet, this is going to give it to you. This is the one to practice, because not only do you have to be kind of quick at it, but you have to finger some trickier chords. So anyway, so I left it in the original key for that reason. That being said, if you can sing higher than I can, you could put it in the key of C without too much difficulty and it would be easier to play. But I left it as it is for the challenge. What else do I want to say? That's it. So let's get started. You're going to want to put your fingers in a B flat position to start. So this is what the intro sounds like. And they're using distortion, obviously, and guitars and all that stuff. So it sounds a little bit different. It has this kind of lovely feedback thing where they're kind of going boom, 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 and then wow, you know, you got that kind of like just great feedback sound. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do a little bit of palm muting where I'm pushing my fingers into the fretboard, right? And I'm doing this throughout the entire song. So I'm pushing my fingers in as I strum, but then I'm immediately lifting them up a little bit so I get that mute sound. So it sounds like this. Okay. There's another link in the description box that will lead you to a more intensive video if this little description didn't help you out. But anyway, we're going to be doing that throughout the entire song, just kind of lifting our fingers up a little bit so it doesn't ring out, and that gives it a nice percussive sound. Now for the intro, I'm doing a B flat, but I'm also sliding a little bit to kind of replicate that feedback I was talking about earlier. So it's so what you want to do is just slide your fingers all the way up. I'm going to try not to ring out too much. Like the more you press in, the more you're going to hear yourself, you know, sliding up and actually hearing all those notes kind of bend as you go upwards. But if you don't do that, you get more of a percussive thing. So it's so you could do that. Then the next part of the intro is actually the riff for the chorus. It's the main riff for the entire song, and this is the one where your fingers really get a workout, so you're going to have to do this many times over. But it's a B flat, A flat, D flat, B flat, D flat. So just, I'm going to do it in time and then a little bit slower, so it's... So that's the riff. So that's going to be a B flat once, slide up to the A flat, so down, up, all right, then D flat, and then B flat. So, so it takes a little while just to practice that in itself. Like that could be the first part of the challenge, is just getting the rhythm of that down and really working this thumb. Because it's a lot of work, and I play the ukulele all the time, and even I was like, ooh, this is a finger buster. So you might want to just get started with that. But in any case, for the intro, you would do that little B flat with a little bit of slide that I was showing you. You would do that in that progression one time, so we would go. And then we go back. And then you start with a verse, which is just a B flat to an A flat for 2 lines. So it's... See, there is neither loose nor tight. See, there is neither black nor white. Back down to that B flat. So this is called the pre-chorus. It's going to be B flat, G, E flat, B flat until I say otherwise. So it's I try to keep her on a short leash. I try to calm her down. Now we're going to do B flat, G, E flat to G, A flat. So I try to ram her into the ground, yeah. Okay, so that's your pre-chorus. Note that I wasn't doing anything crazy with my strumming. It's mostly just down strums, and occasionally when I held the chord a little longer, I did a down-up thing. So nothing too complicated, because you're really focusing on just that palm muting and getting those chords to sound right. So next, you're going to have an instrumental, which is just that main riff one time. So, and that leads you right into the chorus. It's the same riff. So, can't find the Seether, Seether. Can't find the Seether, Seether. Can't find the Seether. I can't. Now this is where it changes. So I did that whole riff 3 times for the chorus, and then I'm going to go back to the B flat. I can't see her till I'm A flat, foaming at the mouth, back to the B flat. And then because you're at that B flat, you're going to do that little thing that we did in the beginning of the intro. Then back to verse 2, which is the same as the first verse. So, see, there is neither big nor small. See, there is the center of it all pre-chorus. I try to rock her in my cradle. I try to knock her out. I try to cram her back in my mouth. Yeah, instrumental. Now you go straight into that chorus. Can't find the Seether, Seether. Can't find the Seether, Seether. Can't find the Seether. I can't see her till I'm foaming at the mouth. Now, we're going to go into a bridge, which is different from everything else we've just done. It's going to be B flat, keep her down, D flat, boiling water, E flat, keep her down. Now, G flat is same thing as the A flat, only we're going to take it from the 3rd fret to bring it down to the 1st fret. Same exact shape. Keep her down, what a lovely daughter, D flat. And now back to the E flat. Oh, she may not look like other girls, F. She's a snarl to Seether, B flat, Seether. So in time, together, let's do it once. So, keep her down, boiling water, keep her down, what a lovely daughter. Oh, she may not look like other girls, but she's a snarl to the Seether, Seether. And then we go back to that instrumental, which is the same riff as the chorus. You're going to do it 4 times in a row. This is, again, where we get to really work those fingers. So the instrumental's done 4 times, then you do the chorus twice in a row, and then you have the outro. So this is where you get the workout. So it goes. I actually am now realizing I totally forgot to listen to the outro again. I know it's a B flat, A flat, and E flat. I do not remember the exact rhythm, but I believe it's something just like a little bit of that intro riff that we did before, just that. And then, and I know they end on an E flat and ring it out. So something like that will do. Anyway, please hit like and subscribe. That does help grow my channel. It makes me happy. And good luck with this one. This one is not easy. I do recommend, this is what I tell all of my students when they're ever trying anything new. I mean, I teach a lot of beginners, so usually I just tell this to the beginners. But since you are going to be more of an intermediate and advanced crowd that's going to be doing this, remember that when you're practicing, it's always a good idea to just practice moving in between the chords that you're going to be playing and make sure you can ring them out before you go through the whole bother of actually trying to play the song. It'll make you far less frustrated if you just practice those transitions a few times ahead of time, because it'll create that muscle memory and especially that muscle strength. So that might be the first thing that you attempt if you're trying out the song and you're like, this is really difficult for me. Just do that many times before you try going through the whole part or cut it down into pieces. Always make things a little bit more bite-sized and more rewarding for you so that you will keep practicing. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.